The actor Paul Newman, when asked by a reporter what his religious affiliation was, he said, "I guess I'm a Jew because I like it hard." I'm sure he meant a lot of humor with that, and we can chuckle through that. But the truth of the matter is, I don't want it hard. I don't believe it's supposed to be. I don't believe that it's meant to make us miserable. I don't believe living should make dying seem plausible or inviting, or the prospect of a heaven should make us go, "I'm not afraid to die." I don't know whether I'm afraid to die, but I'm very much against it. If there's a vote being taken, just send me my ballot and I'll mail it back to you with a "No, not interested in death today, thank you." I've spent all my life writing, composing music, penning independent films, traveling across the country in front of thousands of audiences. And I've had one thought that every single part of me shares in that procedure, and that is, let's make it simple. Let's keep it simple. Let's take the cream off the top and not worry about what lies beneath. Let's get rid of this struggle. Because if you're any kind of a person who believes in transformation, there's a point where we become a new creature. Yeah, that old phrase, we get born again. So all the genetics, all the background, all the upbringing isn't pertinent, because we have exchanged ourselves and we've mutated into a more enlightened being. At least that's what I believe. And since we're enlightened, why would we want to go back to the darkness and do everything the hardest way possible? So stepping away from Newman, I'd like to be a new man. I don't want to be a Newman who wants everything to be difficult. I want to be a new man, and that's why I recommend this thing called therapy, where we sit down with our emotions and our soul. We shut the door and we converse. We see what we really feel. We see where things are going. We see where there's possibilities. Because here's what I want to do. Here's the goal in my life. I want to brighten up the mood, and I want to lighten the load. I'd love to brighten up the mood. God, I'll use humor. I'm not ashamed of doing it. I'm not afraid of the English language, whether it comes from this street or that street. I'm ready to brighten up the mood and then lighten the load, so when you come and you have the courage to sit here and listen to this fella for 5 minutes, you're going to get uplifted. You're going to get somebody that says, "Hey, listen, that stuff we're doing, why are we taking that path when it's so much easier to brighten the mood and lighten the load?" To brighten the mood and lighten the load. So even though I'm a great fan of Paul Newman, the kind of new man I want to become is one that's not afraid to let the old life pass away, to be transformed, to be made a new creature, and to be born again. And in so doing, maybe I can just pass along to you, because I want you to know I do give a damn. I have limited humanity that sometimes is so selfish that I don't even want to confess it. But there are parts of me that just come here every morning just wishing that you and I could come to the terms of making this simple. Simple that we could explain it to a 5-year-old. Because if you can't explain your faith to a 5-year-old, it's just too goddamn complicated.